much for clicking on this video. My name is Keela Trishan, and I make videos on lifestyle, womanhood, and mental health. So if those are some things that interest you, please click on the subscribe button below and be sure to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. All right, so today's video is going to be about healthy eating and specifically just easy ways to incorporate healthy habits into your everyday life. I'm big on changing your lifestyle as opposed to just simply dieting. I think that everyone can benefit from this. I am personally incorporating all of these because I am in the process of trying to lose some baby weight. I do have a baby who will be a year soon, and just, slowly but surely trying to take off the weight that I gained, but I also want to create healthy habits. So it's just second nature to me. So the first item that I have is to drink water with every meal. I know that, for me, I like juice and I like soda. I don't really drink much soda these days, but I am guilty of having juice every now and then. And we don't really, I don't want to say we, because maybe you guys do, but I think that sometimes you forget how many calories and how much sugar can be inside of what you drink in addition to what you're eating. So a way that I kind of try to make sure that I get my daily water intake and also just be mindful of the calories that I'm taking in is to just start off my day with water. Like when I first wake up, I have water in addition to my coffee. And then with every meal, I don't drink anything but water. So it forces me to kind of be mindful of my intake. And I'm also not taking in calories that I don't need. So they say that you should drink half of your body weight in water. So if you're drinking water with every meal and you're making sure to have some when you first wake up and then also in the evening after dinner, you are more likely to hit that goal and it won't be as daunting. Okay, so number 2, smoothies. So I think that these are a good way to incorporate your fruits and vegetables. When you look at food pyramids and just kind of how much fruits and vegetables you should have per day, I think that if you're not used to eating that amount, it may be overwhelming and you may be wondering, how am I going to get my daily servings? So smoothies are a good way and an easy way to make sure that you are getting in the fruits and veggies that you need. And I think in some cases it can be easier because you're getting it all in one shot and it's just a drink. And a lot of times you're adding so many different things to it. Like some people like to add protein, some people like to add whey protein, some people like to add wheatgrass or whatever you choose to add into your smoothie to beef it up. A lot of times it can be a meal in and of itself. Number 3. Consider meal prepping when you have some free time. I know I'm not the only one. I tend to get into these situations where I will be dealing with my child throughout the day, and before I know it, it's 12 o'clock and I haven't eaten breakfast and I'm reaching for some fast food or just something that's not healthy. So I've noticed that when I do meal prep, at least for a few days, I'm less likely to grab something that's not healthy, and I'm more likely to grab the food that I already have cooked. I just heat it up and go. So what I do, I'm not the type of person that can meal prep for 5 and 6 and 7 days at a time. That's just unrealistic for me because if I'm going to be honest, I get tired of stuff really quickly. So what I try to do is I prep at least my lunch and dinner. I try to prep that for 2 to 3 days ahead of time, just so I know exactly what I'm eating. I know where it's at. It's already packaged in my little meal prep containers, and I'm less likely to make a bad decision. And I'm also realistic. So it's not to say that I don't eat out and that I don't, Postmates or DoorDash from time to time, but those instances are less likely, and it's usually kept to maybe 1 or 2 days out of the week as opposed to every day like I was doing at one point. So yes. And meal prepping also is good because you get to control the ingredients, you get to control the amount of sodium, the oil, all that stuff to make sure that it is the healthiest and tastiest for your liking. Number 4, make sure that you're making it a point to eat more whole foods instead of dieting. So the reason why I say that is because there's nothing wrong with dieting if that's what you choose to do. I've done plenty of diets. I've eaten vegan, I've eaten vegetarian, I've done keto, I've done paleo, I've done pretty much everything. But what tends to work for me the most is just simply making sure that I am eating mostly whole foods, less processed foods, and just being mindful of my portions. A lot of this really starts with how you shop. I always say that, like, if it's not in the house, then you're not going to eat it. So if you know that you really love chips, don't torture yourself by buying chips and leaving it on the top of the fridge or wherever you keep it, and then just telling yourself, okay, I'm only going to have some, here and there. Try buying whole food snacks or things that are healthier, maybe veggie sticks if that's your thing, or just be mindful of your purchases, because if it's in your house, you're going to eat it. So I try to keep certain things to a minimum. And the way I do that is I only eat them if I'm going out for whatever reason, or I keep it to a certain day of the week. But I just try to make sure that even if I do buy something like that, it's a very small portion. So once I'm done with that portion, I'm done. All right, so the last tip that I have is just be mindful of what, how, and how much you eat out. So what I mean by that is I like Wingstop, and you can't eat Wingstop every day, okay? That's basically what I mean. So be mindful of the things that you're getting. It's not to say that you can't have fun. Like, I don't believe in restricting yourself too much, because when you do that, then you end up going on a binge, then you feel guilty later. And that's why a lot of us have a love-hate relationship with food. So the best thing to do really is, if you're gonna eat out, just be mindful. There's a lot of healthy restaurants, and there's a lot of restaurants that have healthy options. So it's not to say that you shouldn't, order in, but just, if you had Wingstop earlier in the week, maybe get a salad today, or if you want pizza, like maybe get a bunch of vegetables on it. Like, don't just get, all the pepperoni and, sausage and stuff. Like, just eat the foods that you like so you enjoy it, but just be conscious of what you're getting, and then just make sure that you're keeping things to a minimum. If you're looking to lose weight, or if you're looking to meet certain goals, you're not going to do that by eating Popeyes every day. But if you are going to these restaurants and they have healthier options, or they have, just salads or veggies and stuff, think about eating those things too, so you can balance out your everyday diet. All right, so that's all I have for today. It's pretty simple, honestly. And again, I'm still a work in progress, so I will probably make a part 2 to this if I come up with some other ideas. If you have anything that you do that helps you stay on track that you would like to share, be sure to put that in the comments. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. With that being said, you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.